Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for messages from your spirit guides. So we have group 1, group 2 and group 3, beautiful purple and blue, well a little bit purple, blue and silver. Wow, I think I might be just losing my sense of colour here. So anyways, it's blue and silver and it's really beautiful, and yeah, so this deck is called the Ethereal Orbs oracle cards, I believe. They're by Astro Soul if anyone is interested. I just thought I'd let you know because they are some pretty spectacular cards, and all the information will be in the description box below for the timestamps. So if you want to, choose the group you're most drawn to, and then you can go to the description box below. You can watch more than one group because you might be drawn to more than one. So definitely do make your decision, your choice, and then you can go to the description box below and choose which timestamp it is, and you can watch the reading, especially for those of you that perhaps are a little bit new. I also want to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below as well. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention items and bracelets are on Etsy. So I'm actually wearing an angel bracelet, which is the white one, and then the red one here is one of the love bracelets. So there's so many different bracelets on there for different areas of your life. They're handmade, they're meditated with, they're sage, they're there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life as well. So very, very special. If you want to see how people have seen results with them, please do check out the review section, which will also be down below as well. International shipping, everything is cleansed, meditated with and saged. There's also hand embroidered intention cards which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse. So that's what they look like as well. So it's a fun time, it's a fun vibe for your intentions. Okay, so messages from spirit and spirit guides. Okay, so we're going to start first of all with group number 1. So I'm just going to move these two to the side. Group number 1, let's have a look and see what messages we have from the spirit guides. Okay, so let's see. So we've got this beautiful crystal. I'm just going to put it down here and let's see what cards we have. So I'm mainly going to go through the messages. Okay, so I'll show you the card and then I'm going to go through them. Okay, so there we go. And they've got signs on there as well, so if you know your signs, then it can also resonate in a way like that too. So it says here, divine source and love. When two souls encounter and they welcome romance, their hearts are bonded, their fate unbreakable. Okay, so the spirit guides here are saying is that it's really about things being mutual as well, right? So sometimes you may feel like you're in a situation in life, or you may feel like, okay, I feel this way, but the other person doesn't necessarily feel the same way. And it shows that things are perhaps not synchronized. But then when things are synchronized, things feel so much better. It feels so much better for you. It feels better for the other person. It's better for the entire connection because everything is mutual. Everything is in sync. Whereas when it's one-sided, it hurts a lot, right? And you don't deserve to put yourself through that energy. So to me, this here just shows that there is a divine source and love that is going to really be coming into your life where it feels mutual. The energy is very equal. It's not one-sided. And that's the beauty of this particular energy here. Spirit guides are saying is that things will become much more synchronized, much more harmonious, to the point where you're not the one just always putting and not getting back in return. Okay, then we've got here this one which says defeat and diversion. Do not hold on to endings, your pain will fade as your garden flourishes. So instead of, thinking about, okay, I made this mistake, I made that mistake, I did this wrong, I said this wrong, I might have ruined things in that way. Instead, think about it as sort of you digging out the weeds, right? You're making room to plant new seeds. And think about which seeds you want to plant, and the flowers from that will grow, they will flourish, and that's the beautiful thing here. Okay, so essentially sometimes when you feel defeated or if something doesn't work out, it is essentially a reroute or a reroute, depending which country you live in. It's diversion. So don't hold on to those endings. Those endings can create beautiful beginnings. It's like, if you're at the end of a book and you just keep reading the last chapter over and over and over again, it's difficult. But then if you open up the new book, the sequel, it's beautiful because you got, more flow. So that's the beautiful thing there is don't hold on to those endings, okay? The pain will fade. And remember, healing takes time as well. It's just something obviously to mention. Let's just do that. We have here hostility and enmity. Sorry if I said that wrong. Do not allow your ego to blind your soul. Offer benevolence to those who despise you. All right, so yeah, it's just this energy of be you, do you, but don't hold, things against, well, it's more so that energy of like sometimes, we just really want to teach people a lesson when they do us, like they do us dirty or they treat us really badly. But I think the key here is be you, be the mature one. That's what I always say. Take the high road. It's the best thing you can do, especially with friendships or people in perhaps your family that just don't treat you right. It's really, or even relationships, let's be very honest. It's about taking the high road. No revenge, say the spirit guides, because the thing is, doing things like that karmically, it comes back around, so it's difficult. It says poison and medicine. In order to heal, we must first shed our pain and fear, and that is so true. Cry. Think about things as much as you want to, so that you can get it all out of your system. It's so important. It's a little bit like, I know this is going to sound really like a lot, but food poisoning, right? Everything is digested, and then it's got to all come out. It's all going to come out so we can feel better. So that's very similar here as well. It's similar, poison and medicine. So in order to heal, we must shed all of that. It's a little bit like having a surgery as well. To get to the cause of what's going on inside of us, sometimes we need an operation, right? And that's painful because you've got to open the person up and make all these cuts and then get into the whatever it is, take it all out, and then you've got to put it all back together, you've got to sew everything up, and then there's got to be that healing, and it's painful, right? But in time, that person is going to be so much better than if it was just left untouched, right? A little bit like surgery. I love these analogies because I feel like it makes sense, right? For the bigger picture, we've got here balance and wealth. So basically, if you've been through something difficult, holding on to it is just going to make it worse. Whereas healing from it is going to allow you to move forward so that you can plant seeds and you can progress and you're not holding on to something that has ended. You can create a new beginning from it as well. And to also do so in a way that is mature, it's not you seeking revenge and things like that. It just allows you to progress and also to have something so much more mutual, whether it's friendships, whether it's a career, where you're not getting paid enough or it's not giving you enough. That's really important too. You've got here balance and wealth, and it says witness your desires blossom and expand when you simply ask for what your soul needs. Okay, so this is about asking and receiving. Pray to your spirit guides. They are there to help you. They are there to help you with what you essentially want. Now, you may not get it ASAP, but you will get it in time. And that's the beautiful thing here, is that it's really about balance, and I do see a lot of prosperity in regards to wealth coming your way, okay? It says here, witness your desires. That's also law of attraction. Think about your you being in the place, like as in right now, and having what you want. Imagine yourself having all of that right now. That's part of witnessing it, okay? Blossom and expand. So this is also about learning and growing, learning from mistakes. So it's asking for what your soul demands. So what does your soul really want? What does your soul really crave? How does it match what you truly want? Not in the moment, but also think about the future as well. Your separation and conflict. Turn your problems into opportunities. Treat hostility with kindness. That is so, so true. Kindness is key, and oftentimes, in time, people that have treated you really badly, they will remember the kindness. They're not going to remember the hostility. They're not going to remember you saying things out of your ego and making them feel really little. They're going to remember your kindness. They're going to remember your support. So sometimes kindness is the biggest killer. It's one of those things that people just remember in time, and it kills them. But that's the thing. Is that you obviously, you want to be truthful, but obviously this here does show that, if there has been separation, you're not in your life with anything, career, certain bonds, relationships, this energy here is quite important because it does show here that you can turn these problems into opportunities. And again, you can plant those seeds to allow for flowers to grow tomorrow. And you can take this as a way to heal and have something so much better, right? If you plant a seed, or a flower, and someone comes along and just, plucks it, it's okay. You can plant another seed. Yes, it might, you know, be annoying because you have to wait a little bit more time and you have to sort of mourn the loss of that flower. But all is not lost. You can plant another flower, and yes, you know, it may have cost you your time, your energy, your peace, your hope, but all is not lost. We've got here frustration and dispute. Allow your mind to wander. Hinder yourself from unnecessary answers. So this is that sort of like coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes we just think like, okay, it could have been like this, it would have been like this, it should have been like this. You know, it could have been like this if I didn't say this. It would have been like this if I didn't say this. But we can't live in that energy. It's not healthy. So this here really is showing that, you know, allow yourself your mind to wander, heal. Oftentimes with healing, it's about doing things, you know, that sort of distract your mind off of the energy, but then still allowing yourself to cry. It's about the balance, right? And you see that here as well. So this is about having that balance. Ask for support, ask for help, heal, purge. The energy is very important. We've got glorification and invocation. Success is determined by your mindset. Treat your journey with patience. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Be patient with yourself. I think that's just very, very significant for these two signs here as well. We've got them right there. Okay, so these signs could mean to you, something to you. Okay, so definitely do check out your signs, and it could resemble that energy. It's amazing how we've got both of those there. So success is determined, okay? What fate has for you, and that is success. The spirit guides here are saying that you will be successful. These are some great bits of advice from the spirit guides, because sometimes we just need to hear it to make sense of it. So it's a little bit like reading a quote, right? Sometimes it just hits you so hard. It's like, whoa, that makes so much sense. Yeah, so success is determined, and that's the bit I wrote, but it also says by your mindset, and that's so true. If we can't move forward, okay, our success can get hindered because our mind cannot move forward, and our mind has to continuously move forward. So treat your journey with patience. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your growth. Be patient with your healing. We've got here destruction and rejection. Finding stillness is like sailing up a river, chaotic at the beginning, peaceful towards a closure. It's so true. And it's like that sort of phrase as well, where I can't remember the exact one, but sometimes what happens is that it's the end of the journey that just gives us so much memory, or the end of a relationship that gives us so much memory, because, you know, then we start to think about all these like good times, right? Like what happened, but in that moment we were just kind of in that moment, you know. So here it shows here that, you know, if you do get rejected, it's about looking at the good and the bad, you know, not just the good, because that will really, really hurt, but also realizing that there was negatives in it too, right? And it's not just about looking at the bad, because eventually then you'll start to think about all the good. It's about looking at it with pure balance. Okay, that's career, that is relationships, that is, you know, friendships, that is anything in life. Okay, that it really is about finding the stillness, going into nature, sitting in nature. Sitting in nature actually can open up your heart chakra, and it can be such a beautiful way to heal. You know, birds chirping, or perhaps sitting close to a window when it's raining outside. It can be so, so peaceful, and it can give you so much goodness and energy as well. Closure, okay? You yourself can give yourself closure, and that's what the spirit guide is saying. I know sometimes we need it from people, but actually one of the most powerful things is having forgiveness, and just, you know, being able to close a chapter in that sense as well. So we got here reconciliation and serenity. In order to be approached by others, you first must encounter your anger, and that's so, so true. Okay, oftentimes when people want to reconcile with us, or they want to give us a job, they will look at our energy, right? They will look at like, wow, you know, you're so happy, you're so, you know, you're so full of life, like, you know, and that just makes them go like, oh my God, I need a piece of that, you know. Same with a career. If you've lost a career and you go to do a job interview and you're really upset and you start crying and you start telling the person like, oh, I really need this, you know, I'm so desperate, and you start crying, they're going to think, whoa, that's a bit too much. Whereas another candidate comes in and they're just like, you know, I'm so excited, I can give so much to you, you know, I'm so excited for this opportunity, I love life, I work so hard. They're going to be like, yeah, you're the candidate. Okay, so it's similar to love as well. If you come in and you know, you're meeting up with someone from the past, or whatever it is, and you start crying to them and starting to be really needy and desperate, like that's a turn off, right? So you may feel anger, you may feel upset, but it's about healing from that and living your best life, and that is what really gets them. A lot of the time reconciliation happens because they can feel your energy and they can feel that you're healed, and they can feel your sort of source in that sense where you just feel so good. So part of this is counteracting and encountering your anger, your frustration, your sadness, being able to heal from it. Okay, that's when reconciliation occurs, and also serenity within your soul. So that's what the spirit guides are also saying as well. And then we've got here, I'm going to say this really wrong, the Pleiades, and it says life is a magical experience, become the muse of your own verses. Okay, this is about you having the wand. This is about you making those decisions and those choices. Okay, we cannot control someone else's life. We really can't do that. But what we can do is control our own. And that's what this really does show, is that we can control our own energy, we can control our own life, we can do things the way we want to do them. We can be the conductor, that's the word, right? Conductor of an orchestra. Life is a magical experience, and you know what? Life is difficult. Like, life is challenging, but it also teaches us so much. Okay, so much. And then we've also got here as well, Perseus. Again, I'm so sorry if I butchered this. It says, protect yourself from those who do not wish you well, yet offer your help to those who need it. So protect yourself from those that really don't give much to you. Okay, I'm talking about people that string you along, people that take you in circles and you still keep going in circles. If you're lonely, know that you have yourself. It really is about protection. I think that's so key and so crucial, is that sometimes we have to protect ourselves from these people because they just don't mean well for us. And that's the important thing here, is protect yourself from those people, okay? And instead, give your energy and give your time to people that really care for you. That's part of your good karma as well. So that is essentially what I have for you in regards to the messages. It's pretty solid, I will say that. So those are messages from your spirit guides. If this reading resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy, and do take care as well. Okay, so I'm going to now move on to the next group. Alright, group number 2, this is your reading for messages from your spirit guides. Let's have a look. You got this beautiful silver crystal. Just going to put it right there. It's so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go through these messages and we'll see what they have, what spirit guides have for you today. So we've got here Pegasus. I'm so sorry if I said any of these wrong, okay. So some of these actually do have signs on them as well, so star signs. So do check out your star sign as well. It might really just connect with you. Okay, so you've got here, you have outgrown your own skin. Now is time to utilize your wings. So sometimes, and what I feel is that you've really outgrown yourself in many ways, and you've outgrown certain people. You might have outgrown a partner or a romantic person. You might have outgrown, an aspect of your career or certain people. And now is the time to use your wings rather than just carrying your wings and feeling like, wow, something's really heavy, something's not right. You can use your wings to take flight and find new opportunities as well, whether that's in regards to love or career, friendships as well. You might have outgrown the people that you've been talking to. So here it says you've really outgrown your own skin. Now is the time to use your wings, okay? You have grown wings. You have them. Why not utilize them? Right? Right. Angels have wings too. Alright, so reduction and devastation. Pay attention to your flaws because in them you will discover your infinity with others, which I think is very, very interesting. So sometimes it's important to know our weaknesses as well. We can always turn some weaknesses into strengths. I think that's important as well. This is also about knowing that, because in them you will discover your affinity with others, and also why you are attracted to certain people, why you stay in certain situations, what makes you do certain things. Our flaws can actually be the reason why sometimes we stay in situations that don't serve us. Our flaws can be the reason why we perhaps belittle ourselves. So it's really about understanding your flaws. The spirit guides want you to know that, you know, flaws are not necessarily bad, but they can hold us back from certain things that can allow us to grow and go forward in certain situations. We've also got faith and expansion. Water your wisdom with integrity so your vision grows and inspires others to mirror you. Okay, so this is about having faith. Now, you may also, you know, you may have your own faith, or perhaps you believe in a certain religion, or you have a spiritual path that really is quite important to you. Whatever your faith is, whether you believe in law of attraction or the universe, or that everything just happens for a reason, whatever it is, it really is about, you know, expanding on that and knowing that, you know, water can flow and sort of mold itself to any situation. I'm not saying that we are water, because we are not, but, you know, it's about adapting to certain situations in life and being able to, at times, go with the flow when we feel like we can't. So this is the energy here, you know, water your wisdom with integrity. It's about nourishing yourself as well. Also, make sure you drink enough water as well. It's just a message coming through. So your vision can grow and inspire others as well to mirror you. Because I feel like you're a really good person. Like you're someone who can be taken as like a really good role model. Okay, regardless of like things that might be happening in your life right now. Like you're a good person and you've learned and you've grown. And I do feel that you, in time, will be able to give good advice to other people, where they'll be like, wow, you know, I was in a hard situation and here I am feeling so much better. It's almost like you can help those people. It's interesting actually, because you've got healing and dissolution. Treat your healing with resilience. Rub your bruises gently. So maybe you've gone through a situation which has been really, really traumatic. Perhaps it's a breakup. Perhaps it's a grief, like a loss of a person, or even, you know, a thing. It could be a pet, you know, because heartbreak comes in so many different forms. It could be losing a job. There's something here that I'm seeing requires healing. So treat yourself with kindness, treat yourself with love. You know, imagine yourself as a small child. How would you treat that small child? You know, so treat yourself in a very similar way. You've got here fertility and prosperity. Feed your soul with love and abundance will flow. Okay, so feed yourself this, you know, really strong, beautiful energy of love and abundance, and things will flow, things will progress, and you will feel much, much better. Okay, so yeah, again, really strong energy. Now, for those of you, now this is a very specific message, may not resonate with all of you. For those of you perhaps trying to, you know, have a child, it does show that it's something in your path. So that's coming through with fertility and prosperity as well. I just thought I'd mention that as well. Okay, so yeah, that's what we've got there. We've also got this message, which is prestige and mastery. May your strength be acknowledged, so respect shines amongst others. Okay, so may your strength be acknowledged. I feel like you're going to be recognized for something in regards to having strength. Like maybe a family member or someone close to you will say, like, you're such a strong person, you know, you're really strong, you're amazing. Or maybe even someone on the street or someone randomly could just say, like, wow, you know, you're a really strong person, you know, you've got this. Like something along the lines of that. I feel like it's going to be acknowledged. So respect shines amongst others. So it's sort of like saying that, you know, you're going to be acknowledged for this and respected for it. So, you know, respect that in others too. I don't know, it's a strange message really, but actually it kind of makes a lot of sense. You've also got strength and benevolence. Speak your truth and unleash your soul. Listen to the roar of your own heart. Like, you've got power. You know, it's so funny actually. I'm filming this whilst we're in Leo season, which of course makes so much sense with the roar. But this, of course, is very timeless. It can be at any time you choose to watch this video, whether it's in 2020 when I've posted it or in 2025, you know, just saying. But wow, speak your truth, okay? Unleash your soul. Be yourself. That's just so important. Listen to the roar of your own heart. Like, your heart is very powerful. We've also got here physicality and intellect. Your mind is like a king, but your body also deserves glory, so treat your body right too. This can also be about nutrition, drinking enough water. It's which actually is a message that came through here as well, right? So take care of your physical self, perhaps getting in a walk or two. For those of you that really want to go to the gym, perhaps it's that. You know, not everybody can go to the gym. Some people have, you know, health problems where they can't do that, but perhaps, you know, just getting enough walking or trying to take a walk in nature can really help. So your mind is like a king, but you've got to treat the body like one too, right? So very, very important message you've got there. We've also got here roots and foundations. Travel safe, my friend. Get to know the world and explore, but never forget where you came from. Yeah, so it shows here that no matter how like far and wide you may go, don't forget your roots and where you come from and who you truly are at your core. I think that's just so, so important here with this particular card and message. It's actually a really lovely message as well. Okay, that's what we've got there. Then you've got here Hercules. We tend to mistake our existence for our pain. Open your eyes, witness the divinity within your life. We tend to mistake our existence for our pain. That's so true, isn't it? Yeah, that is unbelievably true. Open your eyes and witness divinity within your life. Every single day is a new day. The sun, despite going down, always rises. The moon goes through cycles and phases, but at the end of the day, it's still whole. Wow, 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 wow. That message right there. I think that is just so whole in itself. You've got here the Hyads. Allow yourself to wonder because your heart already knows the answers. It's okay. Okay, it's okay for you to wonder from a situation that perhaps hasn't served you, because it's almost like your heart knows but your mind plays tricks. That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, and it's interesting. It says Atlas anyway, so it just goes to show. Harvest and culmination. Keep faith in the journey, for one day you will look back to realise how content you are. Oh my gosh, that's a vibe. Sometimes, we'll look back and we think, yeah, that period of time, I was so content, I felt so good. And it can really remind you, in the future, especially if you do go through, a situation where it's like challenging, you'll think, I've been through and I've had so much peace before, I can have that peace again. And also just for you to know that you can find content energy, you can be at peace in the future as well. Whenever, you are watching this, for example, in the future, you can have peace, you can have happiness, you can feel good, you can feel strong. So it's just something to really mention, is that you can find happiness and joy and peace, and it's not far gone in any way, shape or form. But here, these are some really interesting messages from the spirit guides, and that is your reading, group number 2. So if this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy. And do take care. Alright, so I'm just going to move to the side. Alright, group number 3, these are messages from your spirit guides. I'm just going to put the crystal right here, okay, and we shall see. So it says here, hunt and purpose. If reaching a goal is your command, your desires must learn to master. Wow, what a message, right? If you have a goal in mind and you're commanding yourself to reach that particular goal, which by the way is also sort of this like law of attraction energy, your desires must learn to master as well. So what you want essentially must be, how do I explain this? Basically, right, if you are really wanting to reach a goal, right, through a specific thing that you say, it's also about listening to your heart as well and seeing what your heart says. It does show here, that's a really great energy actually, because it shows that if you want to achieve something, you have a lot of power to be able to achieve those particular things as well. So we've got here liberation and recovery. When your heart seeks liberty and your mind asks for mercy, free your spirit from the mundane duties. Really interesting, this card as well, because it shows here that essentially, right, when your heart seeks liberty and your mind asks for mercy, free your spirit from mundane duties. This is really about liberation, and it's really about recovering yourself and your own personal energy. If you feel like things are too heavy, if things are just too much, if you feel like you're in constant pain, whether that's regarding something that's going on in your personal life, or for example, if it's a relationship or it's a family member, it really is about freeing your spirit from all these like duties and things that feel like they're tying you down. Sometimes there are things that we do have to do, but sometimes there are things that we can really free ourselves from. And so this is about taking care of yourself, knowing your limit, knowing how much you can do, and knowing how much more you can't do. You know, and it's okay if you feel like I can't do more. It's okay. It really is okay. And the spirit guides are saying it's okay. Okay, and we've got here birthing and safeguard. Sacred is the divinity contained in our skin. The blood running through your veins is simply a miracle. So it just goes to show here that, you know, your life is a miracle. You're on this planet, you're living a life, and it's a huge miracle. And the thing here is that sacred is the divinity contained in your skin. This is really interesting because this message may not resonate with everyone, but for those of you that really want children, it's here in your path. You know, it's showing this miraculous energy of also like a child, which I think is quite interesting as well. So that is what we do have there. You've also got here guardianship and protection. Do not fear to lose what you already have. And your heart is a guardian and your soul is the brightest star. So you can't lose something that you already have, which is yourself. Like, yes, we can lose ourselves in certain paths and situations and certain things, but we'll always come back to ourselves. And that's the thing, is that we cannot lose what we already have, right? But I'm not talking about like physical objects and people. I'm talking about us, right? And that's so important. We cannot lose ourselves. We will come back to ourselves eventually, but we never truly lose ourselves and our souls, if that makes sense. Our soul is the brightest star, and so it's really about knowing, especially with this guardianship and protection energy, that we have the spirit guides to help us in our paths, especially if we do feel that we're sort of losing ourselves. We're not fully lost in ourselves, like lost ourselves, if that makes sense. So it shows here that they're there to protect you. They really are there to protect you, and they're there to help you as well, so that you can, you know, really manifest these things that you really want to manifest. You've got here Eros and vitality. Pour your desires all over me, take over my body, and make my heart sing. So to me, this here just shows this sort of like, it's very like sensual in that sense as well. Pour your desires all over me, take over my body, and make my heart sing. It's going to resonate with some of you, that message. It's quite a significant message as well. This is like the vitality of your life and what you really desire, right? Don't dim your light for anyone. Know your worth, know your values, know what you truly want as well. You've got here realization and desires. If abundance is what you seek, your ambition must stream like a waterfall. Wow. Your ambition must stream like a waterfall. So if you want something in your life, it's about, you know, full-on rainbow. Rainbow? Well, actually, no, that's true. I was going to say full-on waterfall. That waterfall will generate its own rainbow, right? So if you really go towards something, full passion, full energy, trying to do the absolute best, it will manifest into something very strong. Yeah, like a waterfall. So go for it, okay? If there's something you really want to do, go for it. Full steam. It, you know, because that's the energy there that will really turn into a rainbow. You've got here victory and conquest. Contain your temper if fulfillment you seek. Integrating yourself will be your best asset. That's so true, isn't it? Well, the spirit guides here are saying contain your temper, okay, if fulfillment is what you seek. Temper sometimes doesn't get us exactly what we want. Being angry can be a turn-off in many situations, right? So say, for example, someone goes to go get a job and they're like, I need this job. You know, I work really hard. I need to have this particular job. It's mine. You know, I have to have it. The people that are recruiting will be like, I don't think so, you know, because someone else will come in and be like, you know, I really, you know, will work so hard, I'll put so much in, I'll do the best that I can, I have these kinds of skills, look at my CV or resume, you know, it's that kind of energy. So it's saying here, you know, contain your temper. If fulfillment is what you seek, it's really one of those things, especially, you know, if we get angry at people, it's like they tend to get angry back. Whereas if we don't get angry, it's more of an open door, okay? Sometimes anger can shut doors as well, and the spirit guides don't really like anger either. Okay, we have here wisdom and affinity. Duality teaches us that in order to love, we must bind together what differences us, and that is so true, okay? Differences, if binded, can really bring so much more. Okay, so this can be in relationships, it can be in regards to career. It's about working on problems, working on issues, listening to one another. And guess what? If someone does not want to listen to you and they just want to hold on to the fact that there are differences and nothing can be done about it, that is their problem, okay? Because you really did try. So that's duality, and what it teaches us is that in order to love, we must bind together the differences. And, you know, that really does depend on the other person or the other situation as well. We got here creativity and alchemy. Fortune and prosperity go hand in hand. So is your ability to sustain what you already have, which I think is amazing. Wow, this is also about, you know, being creative. I see that you have a lot of creativity. You have a lot in your soul that really drives you as well. And fortune and prosperity, oh yes, they definitely go hand in hand. Okay, so this is your ability to sort of go forward with the energy that you have, with what you really truly desire in terms of fulfillment. We also have here Vega, which is Lyra. It says, dance to the rhythm of your spirit, become one with the universe. I don't know if anyone knows this, but the divine loves dance, okay? So anytime you dance, the divine also dances in your heart. And so dance to the rhythm of your own spirit. You know, if you feel like you have to dance along to the rhythm of someone else's life and always do things their way, it becomes burdening. And you just then have to do everything their way. And then you end up losing yourself, you end up losing your own identity over someone else. And that's just so toxic. It's really important to be your own self and to dance to your own rhythm, do things your own way. And then eventually, you know, you can bind together the differences, but it's about still being yourself, you know, your individual self. And I think that's so important, to become one with the universe, to become one with yourself, to become one with challenges, obstacles, struggles, etc. You've got here, Canis Major, offer me direction and exhibit my intention. My head is full of dreams, my existence a fantasy. Ooh, dreams. I feel like you're going to get a lot of dreams as well that can really be quite progressive. It can offer you direction, okay, in regards to sort of those things that you really want to go towards, the things that you want to do. That can be very interesting. You've got here, confidence is earned by looking at yourself without any filter, without judgment. I always recommend, if you have mirrors, definitely put on there as an affirmation. You can put like a post-it note or a sticky note on there that says, you are beautiful, you are worthy. Every time you look into that, it's sort of giving yourself that personal validation, especially if you feel like, you know, you don't feel that way, or if you've been rejected in the past and just don't feel great. Confidence is earned by looking at yourself without any filter. That's so true. So true. Okay, so true. Okay, so Spirit Guides there are saying is that you are very, you know, you're a good person. You should be more confident. You should really feel your own energy and try not to, you know, think that, oh, it's the differences that are the worst, because differences are not necessarily bad, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's an energy that we are seeing, and that is your reading group number 3. So this is your reading for messages from Spirit Guides, and yeah, I really hope it gives you yeah, tons of clarity, information and knowledge. Definitely do take care of yourself, and also do stay safe as well. Okay, so this is the reading. Bye!